following story is just purely fictional. Watch at your own risk. If there are similarities in names, places, or other things, it is purely coincidental. I only own the storyline, editing, and maybe voiceover if I have to. Deeply sorry for the grammatical errors, mispronunciation, or any mistakes. Thank you. This is just for entertainment purposes.
Two souls in different worlds. Her eyes gray, while his are at the darkest of brown. Hers looks innocent, while him the opposite. He was the person who surrendered to no one. But if it her who want him to. No need for the second order. But hers even more. No need for him to even say anything. And she did. Yet sometimes playing dumb. She turned the stove off and sighed while slightly smiling. 'Cause finally she's done with making dinner. More specifically, her husband's favorite. She got informed from one of his right-hand men that the team need to finish an important and difficult mission. It was making her so worried the whole day, but then around 9 p.m., the same right-hand man informed her that the mission was successful, and now they're on the way back. Though it's already kinda late, she still decided to make her husband's favorite food, so he can right away eat after coming back. Now it's almost 11, but because the mission taking place outside the city, it will need probably half an hour more for them to reach here. She come running down to the door after hearing many cars entering the gate. She then opened the door while smiling slightly, hoping to see her husband. But when her eyes landed on the many bulky men, her eyes widened a little after she saw her husband at the very front. But what's making her a bit surprised was that some men need to help him walk and his face also covered with his hair. His head lowered, so she couldn't look at his face. What happened? She finally speak after they reached in front of her. But before anyone can explain, after hearing her worried voice, the boss slowly looked up and faced her. She looked at his face in worry. Though she didn't see any scratches on his handsome face, or even on his black jacket, she still looks worried after seeing his exhausted expression. He slowly stood properly on his own legs, while his men let go of him. Then he walks closer to his wife slowly. She also immediately went to him and held his arm. Instantly all the big men looked down. Is everything alright? Did you get? I'm fine, love. Don't worry. You know who am I? How can someone did something to me? They can't do anything. She sighed in relief, but still feel worried after hearing his tired voice. And her man realized that. Let's go inside first, shall we? She nodded and held him even tighter while helping him walk, as he smiled secretly at her actions. Though the man didn't want to make her feel tired, he still let her so she will feel relief, but making sure he didn't put his hold on her and also walks by his own. The other men followed inside as they need to put stuffs at the basement floor before half of them come back to their own places, and the rest that completely fine stay outside the house. The man wanting to come up and sleep right away, but then hear his wife speak. Eat first. He smiled a little. Don't worry, I'm not hungry. But I already made your favorite. He stopped before slowly nodding. Alright, but feed me. She stared at him before slowly nodded a little. Sure. She made him sit on one of the chairs while she went to take the food. After she came back, she placed the plate full of food in front of him on the table. Then she was about to take a sit on the chair beside him as she needed to feed him, but before that, she suddenly gasped. What are you doing? You're tired and I like it this way. Please feed me now, he said while hugging her. She sighed before she nodded, though she felt worried, but she also knows that this man is stubborn. Then she started feeding him with her own hand, while the man just silently eating. It's finished. Do you want me to make more? She asked because he eat everything. He shake his head. It's too tasty, but I'm full. Let's just go to our room now, she nodded, before she stood up carefully, taking the empty plate in her hand. Before she could leave, suddenly the man speak. Can you just leave the dirty dishes and let's come up now? I will wash it tomorrow. She smiled while looking at him who's resting his head on the table, eyes closed. She didn't like anyone other than her and her husband who stay in the house at night. That's why there's no worker or maid. And also, so whenever he come back, it will be just the both of them in the house until tomorrow. But of course there's still many guards and his men outside just in case. Alright, I will come after putting this in the sink. But I will be the one washing them tomorrow. Without waiting for him to say anything more, she started walking away. Both of them come up to their room with her still helping him. Wanna rest right away or freshen up first? He sighed. I'm too tired to do that myself. She slightly smiled. So you want me to help you? He then looked at her before nodding while already smirking slightly. You know me so well, love. She shook her head, failed to hide her smile. After turning the warm water on, she walks back to him before standing in front of him. The man just stood there, letting his wife. And after she almost done, she slightly looked away. her face already slightly red, but she tried to hide it with not looking straight at him. "The water is ready. I will help you." She was about to help him, but suddenly the man stopped her. She furrows her eyebrows and looked up at his face. But before she could say anything, "What are you doing?" she said, confused. His eyes then stare at hers, smirking slightly. "I told you I can't by myself." She blinked her eyes. "Yes, I know, and I will help you, but you don't need to." "What? No, I already took a..." "Then I don't want it. Let's just go back inside the room," he said, sounds calm, making her side. She then sighed deeply before letting go of his arm. "Let's go," she said, almost whispering. She then gulped and sighed. She can never win over him. But then, and she speak. Hearing his tired voice, making her feel bad. And then after a few seconds, the man smirked slightly before he... After a few seconds, she also can't help but... After a few minutes, he speak. Without letting go. "I really am totally fine, but I just got so tired with all the run and chasing. We all run for hours non-stop." She listened to him. Half her focus on his words, but the other half on his work. I almost lost them, but gladly at the end we all able to catch them, though we all got so exhausted after. I was alone at first when I found their hiding place. I did face them alone before the other come and help me. That's why I got so tired after that compared to them. He walks back to the room, with her in his arms. While she didn't say anything the whole time. Then she heard the man whispering after some time. Good night, love. Thank you for the delicious dinner and